Hello, this is PokeMultiverse bringing you an OU battle against Smogon user Teekachu. Okay, so I'm using my Sun team again because it's been working nicely lately. So, I'm going to start off with Tucson because I noticed that he has lack of weather, so I'd like to get that off. He starts off with Fortress, probably wanting to set up entry hazards and such, but it's unfavorable for him. So I know he's going to switch out, so I do go for the substitute as he brings in his Blissey, and I'm starting to realize that I only have one physical attacker, and that's Scizor, and it's Choice Scarfed. So yeah, I'm going to go for the Hypnosis, miss. Go for the Hypnosis again as he switches into Mew, and miss. I'm going to go for it a third time, and miss. I'm going to get taunted, so that's actually kind of useful for me, because now I'm just like, well, I can't do that. Let's just Fire Blast anything and everything. So Big Papa the Haxorus is going to come in, and it's going to take a critical hit Fire Blast to the face, which is just barely going to leave it alive. Oh my god. Just barely alive. So, he's obviously going to withdraw, go back into Blissey, as I'm going to Fire Blast Blissey in the face, but unfortunately for me, Blissey can take Fire Blast to the face all day long. So I'm going to go into Hydreigon. Not really sure why, because Hydreigon is special attacker, but I'm hoping to scare him with like maybe a Choice Specs Hydreigon, because that could do some damage. He's going to switch into a Mothra as I go for the Focus Blast. I did kind of want to see how much it would do, even though it was a special attack. I am expert belted, so I'm going to switch out, go into my Choice Specs Gastrodon. He's going to go for the Quiver Dance, and I'm pretty sure I can live a hit at, +2, or +1, I'm not sure. And I do. Luckily, he didn't go for another setup, because Choice Specs Surf is not going to be able to take it out. It lives with half, and so luckily, Gastrodon wouldn't have been able to outspeed, so I would have done half anyway, and it would have been at +2. So luckily, I'm going to bring in Victory Bell, Sludge Bomb, because Victory Bell's the only thing that can outspeed, and I just miss the kill. And that sucks because Venusaur is actually really useful. And but Life Orb damage will take the Volcarona out with me. So he's going to send in this Fortress. I'm going to lead off with Fluffy again. And I'm just going to Fire Blast this thing in the face, which is ×4 boosted in the sun, expert belted. Fortress, get out of here. Huh. Except it has Sturdy, so it is able to set up one layer of Toxic Spikes, but luckily I get the burn, so he is dead. Now then, this Lucario is coming in, and I'm like, why? Okay. So I go for the Fire Blast, and this Blissey gets in the way. It doesn't matter because I miss, but still, Blissey, you're in the way. So I'm going to reveal that I'm not choiced and go for the Focus Blast, because I really want to see how much it does. And it does a decent bit of damage, but not enough, because I know this thing has, like, Soft Boiled and Wish. And so he's going to get the Toxic off, and now I'm like, oh crap, I cannot stay in, I need Fluffy. So I'm going to go into Alyssa, the Vaporeon, get a layer of Toxic Spikes on me, as he gets a Wish off. I'm going to withdraw and go into Lucario. So that Toxic was, I guess, predicted, which sucks for me. But now I'm just going to go for the Roar, because fuck Lucario, that's why. And it's got a Swords Dance, and so I'm like, sweet, I went for the Roar, so fuck your shit. And so Blissey's going to come back in, and I'm like, okay, I really can't do anything to this Blissey. So I switch out and go into Hydreigon. And he's going to double switch, go back into Lucario, and I'm like, hell yeah, I can do this. So now I'm going to go for the Fire Blast. He stays in, and Lucario is going to get, it's going to die. Hardcore. Yeah, I'm kind of, I don't know. I'm going to switch out because Blissey is really getting irritating. I want to put this thing to sleep, so then I can bring Scizor in and just, superpower this thing in the face, because physical superpower will do a nice bit of damage. If I were banded, it would be like a one-hit KO, but unfortunately I'm not. Big Papa, I kind of wish I Fire Blasted instead. I'm gonna get the Hypnosis off, but the Wish is gonna bring it back to full. Had I done, like, Fire Blast, I would have killed it off, and then, you know. Yeah, but, oh well. At least the Hypnosis didn't miss this time. That was, like, silver lining. So Fire Blast is gonna do a little bit less than half, and so I'm like, damn, that crit in the beginning was actually really, like, it could have been really important had, you know, it not lived with 10 HP. So I'm gonna do it again. I'm like, sweet, it's dead, but guess what? It lives with, like, a little bit of HP, and I'm like, okay, Haxorus, really? Can you just die already? I'm gonna switch out, predicting the switch, and I'm gonna go into Scizor as Teekachu goes into his sexy nurse, which isn't really that sexy. I would not want to wake up in a hospital next to that thing. I'm gonna U-turn just to see how much a physical attack could do, and it does a decent chunk. I'm thinking super effective superpower would do a bit more. I'm not sure if it would be a one-hit KO, so I'm hoping to get, you know, a Toxic off, and it's actually good that I went for that, because it revealed that this thing carries Flamethrower, and I'm like, oh, damn. So I get the Toxic off, which is going to do, you know, fun things to this thing. Soft boil up, whatever. And now if it has Natural Cure, it's going to switch out. If it has Aromatherapy, it's going to go for that. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm actually going to switch out as he brings in Mew. So, no, I'm going to go for the Wish, and then take a Psychic. I did not switch out at all. Okay, forget I even said that. Alyssa's gonna be able to take Psychic for days. I'm gonna go for the Ice Beam just to see what I can do, and that does absolutely nothing because Vaporeon, I don't know, apparently doesn't have very good special attack or something like that. It's a good wall though. I enjoy Vaporeon as a kind of mixed wall. So I'm gonna switch out and get taunted. That's fine by me. I'm just gonna go for the Dark Pulse, and I was kind of hoping for a special defense drop, because that would have been really useful on this thing, but nope, does not happen, so, you know, oh well. I'm gonna switch out, go back into Ninetales, because I really want to put this thing to sleep. He goes for the Wish, and it's just in circles, back and forth. What am I gonna do about this Blissey? It has Natural Cure, I'm realizing, so I can't Toxic it, and so it's a problem. He's gonna withdraw, go back into Haxorus, probably as Death Fodder or something. I'm just gonna go for the Fire Blast this time. So, dead Haxorus is dead, thank God. He's got Mew and Blissey left. I really need to take out that Mew, honestly. I'm gonna go for the Solar Beam because I was running out of Fire Blast and I wanted to see what if I could do anything, and nope, I cannot. So I'm easily able to take a Flamethrower, and yeah. So I'm just gonna go for the Hypnosis, miss again, 60% accuracy. I guess I've been lucky in the past. Flamethrower is gonna do nothing, but Poison is gonna do a ton of damage. Honestly, that layer of Toxic Spikes earlier did kind of matter. Hypnosis, gonna miss again. I mean, at this point in time, I was just kind of like, I really don't need Tucson, so I'm gonna try and get the Hypnosis no matter what, and if I die, then, I die. So, Tucson's dead, oh well. I'm gonna go into Scizor now, because I got the free switch, and I go for the Superpower, and I'm praying. I'm like, come on, just kill this once. I know it's at full HP, but come on. And it lives with that tiny little bit. And it goes for the Flamethrower, and that's gonna take Scizor out. Because Blissey, unlike Chansey, actually has a decent special attack stat. So now I'm gonna go into Hydreigon, and I make a bad move here. Honestly, I really wanted to kill this thing so bad that I go for the Draco. I'm like, I don't want to take the chance. I could have gone for a Focus, but whatever. Draco Meteor is gonna take Mew down to just a smidgen of health. What is up with all the smidgens in this game? I just can't seem to kill anything. And so now I'm gonna go for the Dark Pulse, and luckily that's gonna be enough to do it, even with the special drop. But unfortunately, you know what it can't do now? Blissey cannot die. I'm going to go for the Focus Blast, and it's going to hit, but because of the -2 drop, it's just not going to do enough, and this thing's going to be able to soft-boiled up. And so, now, the silver lining in this event happened to be that I took Mew out. So, I'm going to be able to switch back into Alyssa, get a Toxic off, which will be able to wear this thing down. I always carry Toxic. I was talking to him after the match. I'm like, I always carry Toxic on my team, no matter what, because walls are really difficult to take down unless you can get this Toxic off. Like, other status is nice and all, but against a wall, Toxic is the only option. I always carry Toxic. So I do get the Toxic off. He won't be able to switch out for Natural Cure. I know all 4 of his moves. He doesn't have Aromatherapy. So I'm gonna, if I can play this right, I'll be able to stall him out. Both Alyssa and Fluffy are poisoned, but neither of them are badly poisoned, except for Fluffy. So I should have stayed in to take the wish for Alyssa, because Blissey can't do anything, but I do switch out wanting to make sure that Hydreigon is alive. So Hydreigon gets the wish. Had I stayed in, Vaporeon later on would have lived. But I was just thinking I need Hydreigon. I'm going to switch it in, maybe take a Fire Blast, wish up. So now I'm going to switch back into Vaporeon. I'm kind of just stalling Toxic, and I'm also kind of thinking, okay, let's get a wish off on Alyssa. And so, because of Poison, Flamethrower, and everything, Alyssa's going to die, unfortunately. So this wish happens to be useless, because I'm going to die right now. Because Flamethrower's going to bring me down, Leftovers are going to bring me up, and then Poison is going to kill me. And Hydreigon really doesn't need another wish. I mean, I guess it's kind of... It gets him to full, but it's not all that necessary. So now it's 1-1. I've got some nice damage on Toxic off on this Blissey. I know I'll be able to win. I know I will. This thing can't do anything, so I'm going to Focus Blast. It's obviously not going to do enough to kill, but, you know, what are you going to do? Finally, I get a special defense drop. Soft boils up. It doesn't matter. Toxic is at the point, and I'll be able to kill it off this turn. So it was a really good game, Teekachu. Dancing around that Blissey was very difficult, but I managed to do it. So rate, comment, subscribe. I'm sorry about the lags. I'm trying the best I can. Desmium and my computer just aren't working. But yeah, just keep in tune if you like what I'm doing. I'll see you guys later. Bye.